Hi everyone, I'm really sorry for the absence from YouTube for about the last 3, maybe 4 weeks. I know when I started this channel I committed myself to doing one video every week at least, and it's going really well, and then real life kind of got in the way a little bit, so I'm really sorry that I've not uploaded anything new for some time. If you follow me on Instagram or on Facebook, you'll know that I've been to Newsham Park Hospital recently. I do have video footage from that, and I will be editing it and will be uploading it soon. It is just literally a case of finding the time to do these things at the minute, because you know, adult life sometimes makes things not quite so much fun. But today, because I keep getting asked to do this one by my significant other, I decided I am going to do the Goth Tag. Now, I am not the first one to do this, there are many other people who've done it before me, but I love doing tag videos, and this one is fairly appropriate, I guess. So here we go with the Goth Tag video. Do you know what? How long have you been goth? A while. I was always very different as a kid, and kind of, it sounds really cliche, but kind of gravitated towards the darker side of things, like paranormal and just generally darker side of stuff, I guess. Only when I started being interested in this stuff and interested in dressing in literally darker fashions, I was like 11, 12. Oh, that's a cat. It's a black cat. That's Enki's sister, magic. Anyway, so when I started kind of dressing alternative and stuff like that, I didn't really know about subcultures because I was like 11 or 12, so subcultures and things like that kind of weren't a thing to me. And then I found out that there was actually a name for that, or a label that people put on that, and that was goth. So I guess, in a way, since I was about 12, I think, I don't know, something like that. Number 2, how were you introduced to goth? Again, kind of like this is the first question, I don't really know, because it kind of just always was. The internet told me what it was, but it kind of already was that thing, I suppose. I grew up listening to a lot of like the older goth bands from the 80s and stuff because my mum was really into them. That was my mum's influence. The internet kind of introduced me to actual goth as a whole thing, including the fashions and so on. So yeah, the internet did it. So we're talking when I was about, what, 14ish, I guess? What gothic subgenre would you put yourself into? I'm kind of a mix of many things. I'm somewhere between trad and death rock. I don't look it right now because my hair is really flat. When I dress up to go out, much more death rocky. But I don't do that a lot because I don't go anywhere. So somewhere between trad and death rock, occasionally maybe a little hint of Victoriana, but not a great deal because I don't really do frills. Kind of the 90s no frill style would describe me on a daily basis, with some fancier bits thrown in there. A mash of all different subgenres but no frill. So what do you believe to be the basis of the goth subculture? Music. If the music didn't happen at the end of the 70s, early 80s, if there wasn't that musical movement of what was called posi punk or positive punk, which later got kind of renamed almost as gothic rock and so on, if that hadn't happened, we wouldn't have goth as we know it. We wouldn't have the bands that we listen to today, we probably wouldn't have the fashions, we wouldn't have any of that. It wouldn't be a label that people gravitate towards now, and it's kind of sad because it is the title of goth that people kind of seem to want to gravitate towards. It's kind of come back into fashion over recent years with the whole neo-goth thing, but the music side of it has changed a lot. A lot of what people, I'm going to sound like such a big-headed elitist bitch when I say this, but a lot of the music that is labelled goth now, it really isn't, at least I don't consider it to be. What do you dislike about being goth? The fact that there are no decent goth clubs or goth club nights anywhere near me. The last really good goth night I went to was probably when myself and my partner used to run one in Liverpool, and that was good because he DJ'd and his music is brilliant. He's a really good DJ, and I'm not just saying that because I'm with him, I'm saying that as a genuine fact that his music is excellent. Before that was when we were going out quite regularly when he lived up in Leeds. I've not been to a really good goth club night for a long time, and I miss that there is nowhere to go for that kind of social thing. Yes, there are alternative clubs around, but people who are genuinely into the same sort of stuff as you, they're really few and far between. What do your parents think of it? I don't think they care. My mum definitely didn't care because she was kind of a little bit gothy in herself in the 80s. My mum had a death up, which is really quite cool. My dad didn't like it for quite a while. Like, my dad really didn't like it. I'm not sure why. I think it's because it was so different. And when I first started getting into it, the alternative scene wasn't actually that big. So it took a while for my dad to kind of warm to it. My mum's always been cool with it though. Eyebrows or no eyebrows? Currently, as you can see, no eyebrows, but I do go through phases where I'll kind of partially grow them back and then get sick of it and shave them off again and then do the same thing. For the minute, no eyebrows. I love the freedom of being able to do whatever the hell I want. If I don't fancy having eyebrows on that day so I can do some really big makeup, then great, I can do that. If I fancy having red eyebrows, I can do that. I went through a phase when I was in uni of having different coloured eyebrows every single day of the week, and that was kind of fun. What is your favourite band? That's a hard question. I don't have a favourite as much as I have bands that I listen to a lot for any given period of time. At the minute, I'm listening to Bats and Belfry quite a lot at the minute actually, and Bat Nouveau. My favourite, I don't know, I always go back to Bauhaus. I've loved Bauhaus for such a long time, so I do still listen to them on a very regular basis. So I guess top 5 favourite bands at the minute: Bauhaus, Angels Liberty, Merciful Nuns, Bats and Belfry. Thinking of 5 is always really hard because now I'm thinking of a million different bands that I really like, so I'll just have those 4, and I probably won't use any of their music in this video, and I will, as always, I do always link my music down below anyway. Your opinion on Marilyn Manson? Why is Manson always lumped into things to do with goth? I get that a lot of people like Manson, and that's fine. It annoys me so much that he's lumped into goth all the time. Oh hey Magic, she's back, she bought me a toy. Come on, let's see if she'll let me show her off on camera. Come on, Briskins. Come on. Oh, no, not today. So yes, Manson. Why Manson is always lumped into goth things, I don't really know. He isn't goth, his music isn't goth. I get that he looks kind of goth, fair enough. And I get that people that are quite young will be kind of gravitate towards him as well. I liked Manson when I was younger. I'm not going to deny that I did like Manson because he was, I guess because he was very different and had this kind of of controversy that surrounded him, which intrigued me. His older music I would still consider to be alright, pretty good to listen to. His new stuff, no. My actual opinion on him is just that I think he kind of lost it over recent years. I think he still kind of tries to ride on the fact that he was really controversial some time ago. He isn't now because I think we've kind of all seen it. Number 10, final question. What were your baby back days like? My baby back days involved lots of clothes I wouldn't wear now. Clothes that were very over the top, like big long drapey sleeves, lots of crushed velvet, etc. Big long floaty skirts that you wouldn't see me in now because I'm tiny, they don't suit me. I can remember me and my friend having these pairs of boots that we got from my local market that were £5 a pair, and they were kind of knockoff New Yorks basically, and we wore them until they quite literally fell apart. We both wore those. I can remember buying this top from Raven. We got it from our local kind of alternative shopping complex, Quiggins, back when it was in the old building. It was really cool. People from Liverpool will remember the old Quiggins, hopefully. And they had this top from Raven. It's kind of a bustier top, lots of lace, lots of stitching, big long drapey, cobwebby sleeves, and I thought it was gorgeous. You probably wouldn't see me anything like that these days. So my baby back days were they're much more over the top than what I dress like now, I suppose. They also may or may not have involved putting talc on my face to make myself look paler than I already am. There you go, Goth Tag. I would say if you haven't already done it, then please do, because I love watching tag videos, but I imagine if you're watching this, you probably have already done it yourself if you have your own channel. But feel free to answer the questions in the comments because these things are really quite fun. Oh, it's Chunk. This is Enki's brother. He doesn't like anyone apart from my boyfriend. Yeah, they both play fetch, by the way. I'll have to try and get Enki on film playing fetch because it is really sweet. But yeah, there you go. Goth Tag, done and dusted. It's an interesting one. I love watching Goth Tag. I think it's really interesting to see what people's own takes on it are. So I think that's quite cool. So since you last saw me, the last video you saw from me was the PC build, which is over here. I can... and it's very pretty. Since you guys saw it in that other video, we have been back inside and we have redone the cable management just to kind of tidy things up a little bit, and there's been a new keyboard board as well, which again has lots of RGBs in there, so we have a bit of a thing for RGB lights at the minute. But yes, if you are yet to do so, please ignore the fact that the cats are creaking the door back and forth, but if you are yet to do so, please do subscribe to my channel because it really does help me out, and give this video a thumbs up as well. Any suggestions for videos are always welcome, so please do let me know in the comments down below. You will find all my social media links down here as well, so please do give me a follow. Message me by all means. I like to meet new people, I like to talk to people. It'd be really good to try and get some from you guys as well. There will be videos upcoming for Newsham Park, possibly for Comic Con, and there probably will be one of my kitten Enki as well, because somebody has already requested a video just about my cat. So yeah, that'll happen. But for now, I will see you guys soon. And a fifth one. Ooh. Definitely not Rick Astley. Rickrolled by your boyfriend.